everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm Brownie.
Hey, all right. Well, we are here on GetVokl for Star Wars Saturdays.
Woot.
If you're joining us, welcome. You can hop on over to GetVokl and chat with us. If not, we're going to have people maybe repeat questions from the other services that we're streaming to into the GetVokl chat. But a lot of fun stuff happened this week for me.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Hold on. What fun stuff happened for you?
Yeah.
it's just when we started the show, I said this is the year of Star Wars last year, and The Mandalorian has made Star Wars relevant again.
Yay.
So the trailer dropped this past week,
Oh, that's right.
and
oh my goodness.
I lost it.
We're just going right into it, huh?
Oh yeah, why
Okay.
not? Why not? It's a good solid start. People are here for the Star Wars.
Well, we got to give people a little bit of a chance to trickle in.
I
That's
suppose,
true.
I mean,
Well, then I can tell a boring story about how I saved an old lady from having a heart attack.
Hey, let's start with that one.
and that
I
one
made
didn't
that
happen.
up. Yeah.
Hold on. Did that not happen?
No.
That did not happen.
Well, would you give her a heart attack instead?
Well, right.
I was going to say, here's the thing.
Okay,
in
all
my
right.
job,
All
I'd
right.
be more likely to save a person from a heart attack than Jeremy.
People are so worried when Kara and I have any strife. So on the drive here, we should talk about a strife that
How
we
you almost
had.
killed me passing me on the highway?
So, all right, one of the roads we live on is just an offshoot of a nearby very, very busy road.
Yep.
Okay, and so it's to the point where you have to be aggressive when you drive. You just have to wave at somebody, and no one will let you in unless you take a spot for yourself.
People
Oh,
will
I
let
know
you
exactly
in.
what you're talking about.
I
So-
believe in the goodness of people.
No.
I don't
No.
at all.
It's
If
low
anything,
speed.
my faith in humanity gets decreased every time I drive.
It's low speed. It's a top speed of 30. The traffic was at a standstill almost. It was like bumper to bumper, 15, 10 mile an hour traffic. I was like, Kara, just give him the wave and pull out. She didn't do it. So I was like, Kara, there's like car after car after car after car, no spots as
And
far
then
as
you
the
know
eye
what
can
finally
see.
happened? Somebody let me in.
Yes.
20 minutes later.
And
But
we
you-
were there for like 30 seconds.
Kara, there's people who take things this in the world, and then there's people who just sit and
But,
they're
okay.
stuck forever in traffic.
Here's the thing, though. Let's say I did the wave. The person didn't stop. I'm pregnant.
They're not
You
going to
think
hit you. And if they hit you at 15 miles an hour, the baby will experience life differently. He'll be fine.
I'll go into the next appointment. They'll be like, "Oh, we're seeing
He's riding in a
signs
human
of this,
car
this,
seat.
And this. And I'll be like,
He's riding in a human car seat. The baby will be absolutely fine.
so
The car
I
wouldn't hit
drive-
you. Nobody's going to hit you.
I
That's
drive
why you
a
got to
lot
give them the wave.
safer than Jeremy.
You wait for the acknowledgement of like the wave, and they're like, wait, I didn't let this person know I could go. And then they wave back, and then now they acknowledge you so you can go out in front of them.
I drive safer than Jeremy. Jeremy likes to ride people.
I don't ride the people's butts. I don't do it. I'm a very respectful
strife is
driver.
happening right now. Why are people concerned about strife?
Okay, and then I don't speed. I drive slow a lot of the time. What? Look at that face.
Oh my gosh.
Look at
Are you
that
kidding?
face.
You speed all the time.
No, I don't. This morning on the way to work, there was a sheriff parked, and I was going 50 and a 50.
Because of the sheriff.
No, he would have got me if I was going more than 50.
Unrelated, but tangentially, when I was going home yesterday from us shooting some more Lego stuff, the Douglas County sheriff was behind me, and he was like behind me the whole way. And like I just pull into my driveway, and he like slow drives, and then
Oh my gosh.
I can. There's no traffic at this time of day on the road that I live on. So like, and I take a second to like shut down the inside of my car, turn off the AC, everything like that.
Right.
And like as I'm getting out, he like slow drives by again. I'm like, what's your deal? Go
I
get
hate
anybody
when-
else to harass.
Okay, they troll. They troll hard.
Do you ever
sometimes.
want me to give you a heads up on when there is because we drive mutually the same way when we leave the studio. Mm-hmm. So did you see the squad that was backed up on I-35?
Oh yeah. I know where all the good spots are because I went on a couple of ride-alongs with a state patrol buddy of mine.
So I feel like I should call you and tell you, like, hey, Chris, there's this officer here, but
Well, the only difference
do
is...
you speed or do you not speed?
I speed sometimes. I speed on the highway, but not on the city roads.
Okay, like do you have a 5 over so you'd always be safe, or do you actually sometimes do you goof?
Oh, no, I've never... if I go 5 miles an hour over, it's a... my car... once it goes 70 miles an hour, it loses like
Exponential gas.
double-digit percentages of fuel efficiency for like each mile an hour over 70. So I normally get like 25 miles to the gallon, and then it's like 20 miles a gallon at 72, and it's like 17 miles a gallon at 73. So actually, like when I used to go down to Oklahoma City all the time, they have the Kansas City Expressway. You can go 75 there, and so everybody's going 80. I would go 68 miles an hour because that's the most efficient
Peak efficiency.
speed for my vehicle. And so like and you know what's super nice about going slower than everybody else? You never need to change lanes. Everybody just bombs by you, so you're by yourself for the most part. Because like even people that are just going the speed limit are going to pass you.
Right.
So it's like it's so much less stress driving under the speed limit just a little bit. If you're willing to take an extra 20 minutes over 1,000 miles to get somewhere.
It's worth it, in my opinion.
Oh man,
I hate when you are
going.
I hate when you're going a mile an hour below people, and then you still come up on people going slower, and then there's no room to move over because everybody's flying by you. And then
that does drive me insane.
Then I wanna.
What drives me insane is when I go to pass someone, and then they speed up.
Oh, that does.
That is the worst.
Drive me crazy.
It happened on the way down here. I was like,
Or the rubber
are you
band
doing?
thing. They speed
Hello,
up and
it's
slow
not
down.
about you. Welcome to the lobby.
Hello, we're gonna talk about Star Wars here, but
We were
Chris
waiting
said-
for somebody to show up. Jeremy was
More or
all
less.
about to talk about the Mandalorian. It's like somebody should be here.
All right. Go
Go
the
ahead,
Mandalorian
Jeremy.
season 2 trailer dropped this last week, and if you haven't watched it, might want to take off, come back later because we're gonna talk about that trailer. All right.
I only watched it one time, so I don't know as much
I only
about
watched
as
it
you.
one time. Too.
You, both of you should be ashamed.
I wasn't even gonna watch it.
Go ahead and you can send us listener mail at contact@Rise of the Podcast. We're looking to hire 2 new people. Email
I'm
me.
gonna warn you.
I was gonna say,
Whoever fills my position, it does not pay well.
and I was gonna say, Jeremy's gonna replace his own wife. I'm sorry,
I
what?
watched it 4 times in the first 5 minutes that it was out.
Okay, well,
That's impossible. It's too
The
minutes
first
long.
10 minutes it was out.
when you text me, I was at work. I don't have the freedom you do at work.
I
All
was sleeping when you texted me about it.
So,
It's not about you, sis. I can't wait.
oh, exactly. Oh, man. Okay, so, all right, so here we go. So we finished season 2, and, he stopped. We got Moff Gideon comes out with the Darksaber.
Yeah.
And the IG-11 blew himself up. He cuts himself out of the TIE fighter with the Darksaber.
Oh, I was like, this wasn't in the trailer.
No, this is at the end of season
Okay.
1.
It's a recap.
It's a recap. So we left off. IG-11 blew himself up to save the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda.
He could still come back.
He could. He's a droid. He could be rebuilt. But
It's true.
okay, so I absolutely lost it. You got the opening was very strong with the voiceover. She's like, "Show me the thing that's caused all
That
the
entire thing
problems."
came from season 1.
No.
Apparently, the opening dialogue. Somebody I
No.
was reading from somebody on Star Wars Celebration page said the entire dialogue over that
I want
is
it
from
proven.
season 1.
I want it.
I want to say that that's correct because like the whole once they start learning a little bit more about the child and because they talk about the Jedi and like the race of like space wizards or whatever, so I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of that came from that.
I guess Mandalorian 1 needs a rewatch then.
Here's the I definitely want to rewatch it before October 30th.
You've got 40 days.
Yay!
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
Season 1 rewatch dialogue Mandalorian.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Anyways, all right. So the
right.
Mandalorian walks in, okay, and it walks into the scene. We get Baby Yoda.
This sounds like the beginning of a bad joke. So the Mandalorian walks into
So
a
the
bar.
Mandalorian and Baby Yoda walk in, but no.
The
So
bartender's like, "Why the metal face?"
But so I lost it when I saw all the locations that we're gonna see this season with like the winter and then the sand. Like we get new locales. We're gonna get. I lost it when the X-wings happened. Like to me, they looked like they were attacking him. What did you guys think?
I did look like an escort thing, like he's in like
Almost.
controlled space,
But-
or not. Yeah, it'd be like New Republic.
In
controlled
a
space.
negative way. It had to be a negative way.
Well,
Like
like-
I think they're like maybe trying to bring him in.
Yeah, it's like the little bubble cars on Cloud City is
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
reminded
The
me
cloud
of.
cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But X-wings are way more scary than bubble cars.
Well, yeah, because it's not like, oops, I made a mistake. This has to go into the movie somewhere still. 'Cause
Right.
We paid for it.
So then from there we transition and we get to see we're knowing that he's taking on Baby Yoda, trying to take him back to the Jedi, and that's like asking who are the Romans' biggest enemies.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like asking a Roman to take,
The
a
Greeks? I
package
don't
to the
know.
Greeks. I don't know.
The Greeks were basically done by the time Rome was
Were
a thing.
they? I thought Rome
Like the
took them down.
Visigoths, maybe like the Vikings.
Watch our
This isn't a history podcast.
watch our knowledge of just world history absolutely
If
just
AJ were
plummet.
here, AJ would be like, "Oh, you guys." My younger brother, he loves history.
Yeah. Well, this didn't take place during World War II, so
Right?
I feel like a lot of people that are like, I love history. They in particular are like, I love World War II.
It's
Right, that's true.
it's just fun Star Wars drama. We know
Oh, yeah.
we relate with the Mandalorians. We all love. There's a Jedi everyone loves.
You relate
out
to the
there.
Mandalorians, Jeremy?
Yes.
Those evil criminals.
Well, no, everybody likes a spicy underdog.
I don't.
Spicy underdog?
Yes.
I
Okay. I'm trying to think of a good classic underdog.
how about Underdog? The cartoon.
Yeah. So you got normal underdogs, right?
Yep.
But this is an underdog that is like BA. Like he's a BA underdog. He's still an underdog because there's all of the galaxy, but he can hold his own. So he's a spicy underdog. He's a little bit more difficult to deal with than a normal underdog.
We need to come up with our own dictionary for all the words Jeremy comes up with.
Well, I didn't come up
spicy
with
underdog.
spicy.
Let's turn a phrase, but yeah.
You know, I've never heard spicy underdog. We need,
I haven't either. I've heard things called spicy, but it's usually if it's like normally would be considered bad, but is like in this context makes it more interesting or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, ooh, he used a little bit of spicy language, or they used that was a spicy choice in cinematography or something.
No,
It's like
that's
normally you're doing something that shouldn't be done, but it actually adds instead of subtracting.
Yeah.
So we have this spicy underdog.
Okay, if you want to
anyways.
call it that, I'm not going to stop you.
And we know he's got to find. And then so we get this shot. A lot of people said they saw Ahsoka in the trailer. I did not see Ahsoka in the trailer.
I
I don't
did
know
not.
if people mistook what is supposed to be Sabine's character. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, that's here 100%. That is not Ahsoka. I was like looking at that character. I was like,
People
do
are
I
like,
see the the horns coming? I'm like,
We've seen
not
Ahsoka in a jacket and what she looks like with
yeah,
the Togruta.
you can see her
Laku. They don't
like
they-
100%.
They don't hang down low or whatever. So
Todd, the 206 Geek says, I like the spicy underdog. Don't they sell that at sports ball games?
So we have the spicy underdog. Thank you for feeding Chris's fire. They don't need any more ammunition. But so we've got the spicy underdog. So we see the shot of what I'm assuming is Sabine. I want to know what you guys think too. Do you guys think it's Sabine? I'm just
I
assuming.
hope so. I want.
Because that means Ahsoka. Those two were last seen together.
Yeah, they were going on their search
If you
for
drink
Ezra.
blue milk in the Star Wars universe, you look on the side, it says, have you seen this person? It's Ahsoka and
Oh my
Sabine. They're like the
gosh.
missing people in Star Wars.
They put the Have You Seen Ezra?
Oh, well, they've put it because they're looking for Ezra. Look at Kara dropping her Star Wars Rebels knowledge on us.
At the end of Rebels, you see Ahsoka and Sabine.
So they're not
leave
missing,
to
I
go,
guess.
Todd says, I hope it's Sabine.
Yeah, I know. I hope so.
100%.
I hope so. So we get that little shot, right? We're talking about the Mandalorian. We're all the spicy Mandalorian again.
I mean,
Because I'm excited for season
spicy.
2. So we get that. So we transition from there, and then we get like the klaxons and everything. But I lost it when it cuts to the Gamorrean guard. They were Gamorrean Fight Club or whatever.
Yeah.
So apparently they have Gamorrean UFC now. I would
First rule of
pay
Gamorrean Fight Club is you don't talk about Gamorrean.
Gamorrean Fight Club.
The
I want to
GFC.
see more Gamorreans just sit and box it out. Like I would pay to watch just Gamorreans fight. Like that's cool to me.
That's like world building stuff.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. What do you think of when you think of the guards at Jabba's palace?
Inept.
They're incompetent,
right?
right?
Exactly. They're
They're
kinda
not
big, they're
right.
slow,
They
They're
grunt.
muscly, but like
They're easily mind tricked.
Yeah.
You know, old Ben could walk in there and just make those Gamorrean guards do whatever the heck he wanted.
Here's the thing: they're the heavy characters in video games. They're kind of like they wear the heavy armor. They're slow. They're just kind of,
And so we
That's
get
what they
these
are.
lean Gamorreans that are up there actually
Yeah.
showing some competence now.
Yeah. No,
In other words, they wouldn't make good bacon.
Oh, Kara.
dang.
Jeez, Gamorrean bacon.
I'd try.
Right?
Yeah,
I would
right.
too.
Green bacon and ham instead of.
green bacon and eggs.
Yep.
Todd says he hopes they bring back robot like Maul.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be
So,
pretty
Yes.
sweet.
I mean, he'd
Is
be
it-
around during that period.
or
Wouldn't he?
or Kenobi,
Or
the Kenobi.
Kenobi took him out in Rebels, didn't he?
Kara, that's a spoiler.
Okay, it's been out for like 5 years.
Well,
That's
But is
not-
it
like,
confirmed? Because
We don't
like we thought
know.
Kenobi took him out in episode 1.
comes back again. But he could be coming in another Disney series for sure.
I hope so.
But then we go from there. We see the guard fight, and then last but not least, they finished off. They managed to squeeze off a joke, and that was Baby.
Was
That
hilarious.
is
Baby
the
Yoda going like,
strongest thing.
What do they call it? The tweeting birds?
Hi. We should
Hi,
put the earpiece in.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're gonna put our
Wait.
earpiece in so we can hear you.
Wait,
We're
are
very
you?
We have a
I'll go.
guest. Oh, sorry, Claire. You need the other one.
Yeah, I do.
We're firing it up.
Sweet.
Jeremy will get there. sooner
I'll
or
get there. I
later.
swear.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Todd.
Hey. Well, I'm liking this conversation. I'm looking forward to definitely the next season of Mandalorian, and with everything else I've heard about the other live action stuff that's coming to Disney Plus in regards to Star Wars, I'm really looking forward to that too. Like the Ahsoka maybe having a small part or her own show would be great. Like I said in the chat, like I would love to see the robotic leg Maul like make an appearance, the live action version. You know, it doesn't have to be Ray Park, but it could. You know, it would be great if it was.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
Okay,
Well, yeah.
here's the thing. I feel if they did a live Maul, Ray Park is super still into like that character. I feel he would still go and do it.
Absolutely.
And I think the amount of time that's passed would be appropriate for any type of aging or anything. You wouldn't have to do
Right.
any like digital de-aging or anything.
Todd, was there any so we like I heard all the characters you're looking forward to, but we know Kenobi's coming. Do you love Kenobi? Are you excited for that show?
Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'm of course now that I'm thinking about it, my brain decides to like leave me as far as the actor's name. McGregor, Ewan
Ewan-
McGregor.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I
I'd
love
love to
him.
see him play it again. I mean, he did some voiceover for the last trilogy, but it'd be good to see him. I mean, he's gonna be playing a little bit of an older Kenobi, so I mean, he should have like the gray beard, at least the starts of a gray beard, kind of like mine.
Uh-huh.
But you know, yeah, I would love to see that. In fact, you know, there's a lot of things I would love them to kind of touch on as far as like the on-screen live action stuff that they haven't in a while or haven't at all. So
Kenobi's my favorite Jedi, like
Mine
hands
too.
down. I absolutely love him, and the fact that Ewan McGregor is coming back to play him in the Kenobi series, I'm really excited. I loved Solo, and I loved it in theater. Like we saw it in theaters and supported it, and I really would love to have seen where they took Maul's character. So I'm hoping they
Mm-hmm.
go somewhere with that on Disney Plus for sure.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I'm assuming everybody's seen all the movies at this point. But I mean, Maul makes another appearance in the last trilogy as well.
Oh, awesome! Is that what?
I'm not going to say much more than that if you haven't seen them.
Okay, I haven't. I've caught up on all the animated stuff and most of them, like most movies. So I saw them in Rebels. Have you watched any of the animated stuff?
Oh, I loved Rebels.
Oh.
I initially didn't like the animation style, but then that quickly went away when how great the story was.
That's the
And
same thing everybody says. It's like, oh yeah, the animation style initially, but then once you get past it, it's like, oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
They
'cause
saved the day when I watched it the first time. That was exactly what I thought. We got done off of Clone Wars. Like Clone Wars was done at that
I
point.
remember starting to watch it, and Jeremy said, "I don't like the animation."
And then it's just like
They
you
look
had R2 in the first
like-
episode. You had these iconic characters that you recognize, and you're like, well, I would like to see where they go with their story or whatever. And even though that was a one-off, you start to like Ezra, and by season 3, the Maul, Ezra, Thrawn, it was us all so good.
Right. Yeah. Now, I think I'm one of the few people that really liked the last trilogy. I'm like an old school like Star Wars nerd. I was like the perfect age for the first 3 movies. I was like 6 when the first movie came out. So I mean, I fell in love with that series altogether. I was so excited for the prequels, and then when they happened, I'm like, oh, this isn't my Star Wars. I mean, this is clearly Star Wars, but this is not my Star Wars.
Right.
So
That's reminds me just of George Lucas's long-running theory is he makes Star Wars for kids,
Right.
and you fell in love with the original trilogy, which that was his audience. And then for me, I started watching Star Wars on reruns on TLC and like AMC in the early 90s. So when the prequels came out, I was excited. And those were movies that came, I think it was, I was 13 or 12 when the Phantom Menace came out. And so to me, I was like, I saw the whole like lightsaber pop and then the double lightsaber pop with Maul, and I lost it in the theater as a kid. So those ones made me fall in love with Star Wars. But
Maul's probably my favorite character of the prequels, and he was the quickest one to die.
I know. Yeah, Dooku's cool. He was no Maul,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Dooku. I mean, Dooku was literally Dracula in Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah. He was. Well, and Christopher Lee is just, he made that character awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a Star Wars celebration?
I have not. I live in Washington State, and I did watch like a lot of the virtual stuff that happened here on GetVokl with their Force Fest.
Yeah.
But I haven't been to any celebrations. I watched a lot of the videos that people post on YouTube. I couldn't get enough of watching Mark Hamill do the Joker monologue at Celebration. That was just amazing.
He is so awesome. We started this channel from Kara and I went to Star Wars Celebration. It was in Chicago in April of 2019. So just April last year. No, or April.
Yeah, April last year. It was 2020.
Man, I'm mad it got canceled this year.
I know.
And so we went, and it was mind blowing as a Star Wars fan, being able to go to the Star Wars Celebration and seeing, I think there was 30,000 people there when we went.
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel not alone. Like there's all these other people that are like me. And I just loved that. And it's an experience that if you ever get to go to one, you have to go to one. But this year's one was canceled, but it'll be in Anaheim in 2022. So
awesome. Yeah, I remember the first time I went to a Comic-Con, and it was just like, all right, this is like the largest comic book shop I've ever been into.
yeah.
It's like there's so many people that I don't know, but I'm okay being around because they seem just as awkward as me. So I'm good.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
so it was
go ahead.
Going into I'm sorry. It's literally like going into a place you've never been before and immediately feel comfortable being around all these perfect strangers.
Absolutely.
That's like the best part of things like that is like, you're with people that share at least a common interest. And it's like, it breaks down one of those first barriers of like being around people. It's like, oh, what would I say to them? It's like, you can just start talking about Star Wars at all. And people are like, heck yeah.
It's a built-in icebreaker.
And then the fact that everybody's like, they're in costume and they have like T-shirts and grabs and bags full of stuff, and you just walk up and say, "Dude, nice costume," or "Where'd you find that? That's really cool." And that's I made a lot of friends that way.
That's awesome. Hey, Gabe, welcome to the seat.
I have a quick story for you, Todd, and then I am so excited that Gabe's here. That is so awesome. So Todd, we were just talking about Dooku, and we just met an awesome Dooku at the Star Wars Celebration.
He approached me.
That's what it reminded me of. But Kara cosplays as Ahsoka.
Rebels Ahsoka.
So
I don't think I can pass off as 14-year-old Ahsoka, so Rebels Ahsoka that is.
So she made the Leiku and everything. Her cosplay was really good. We can maybe post a picture of it on we have a Facebook page on Rise of the Podcast on Facebook.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll post it there for people to see. Actually, if you go to the About Us section on there's a picture of you.
Oh, is there?
It's Ahsoka with Dooku.
Oh,
It's
really?
that picture from
because
the
it's
Star
the
Wars.
picture of you with the thing, and then me with a timeline.
Yep. All right, so Todd, we're gonna say hi to Gabe, and then Gabe, we were talking about the Mandalorian season 2 trailer. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have. I posted on my page.
Oh. So now that we were talking a couple podcasts ago, and you said that Joshy posts a lot of stuff on there, or he always comments on I can't unsee it now. So now I feel like I've gotten to know Joshy from all of his posts. Well, what'd you think? You can tell, I can't wait to hear your opinion.
I am very excited for it. I can't lie.
That's awesome.
Like, okay, the Baby Yoda covering himself in the bassinet.
That was so funny. He was like,
That was so. Yep, that was cute and funny.
Yeah. They did it in a
smart.
trailer. That's what I love. Like, there's enough knowledge there. Everyone can laugh at that in just a trailer. That's the Star Wars humor. That's what wraps it up in a nutshell.
Well, it's like he saw the what do they call the singing birds do
Yeah.
before, so it's like he knows what's about to happen.
Yep. The little armed up rockets and everything like that. Oh man, I am just so excited. And then Squadrons, Gabe, are you excited for Squadrons?
I think I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered a few games this week, so I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered it too.
I just bit the bullet and I pre-ordered it because I was actually gonna, for once, throw money down on the special edition, and I didn't do it because there's not one for this one, I guess, and it's cheaper than a normal retail game. It's $20 cheaper, $10 cheaper. So that made me super excited.
You can play it in VR too, though.
Oh, you can play it in VR?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they? I think they talked about that in the trailer. That it was VR.
I seem to recall that as well.
Yeah.
Is it PSVR?
I don't remember. All I know is you can play it on VR.
Oh, I wonder if you can like fire it up on Vive on the computer, or if it's. So first off, have you played Vader Immortal at all?
No, I've seen it a lot, but I haven't played it. I'm not a VR player. I can't take it.
Thanks, Todd. We got a quest just to play Vader Immortal, and it's awesome. And they're coming out with a new series this winter
With C-3PO.
with C-3PO as a guide and stuff. So that looks super cool. Just because we were talking about VR.
C-3PO, I was like, what a boring game that would be, just running and hiding the whole time.
No, you don't play as 3PO. He's kind of your guide. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's your guide to walk through it. How are things down in Puerto Rico?
Very boring. There's still a few places locked down with all this cold Walmart stuff.
Yes.
Spoken like a true fan. That is epic.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Walmart makes me very sad.
In real life and figuratively. Just kidding.
I like the fact I was gonna email you and send you a message or whatever and say, hey, if you feel comfortable, because we're doing GetVokl now, we switched over here because of how easy it is for people to jump in to the chat and video, and the fact that you did awesome.
I was thinking about it because I logged onto the app when I saw the notification from Facebook that you were live, and I see grab this spot, and the temptation got to me.
That's what it's there for.
Exactly.
Justin was scheduled to come on a while ago, like a couple weeks ago or whatever, a while ago, and Walmart happened, and so we had to come up with a solution, and Chris and I were trying to come up with a way that makes it really easy for people to just join in via video. And then when Force Fest came around, which like Todd was watching, and like we found out about GetVokl through Force Fest, it kind of answered a lot of the problems that we were trying to solve. And
yeah, we're pretty happy with it so far.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. The audio quality is way better than Facebook.
Facebook for some reason likes to just compress and just restrict everything like horrifically.
Well,
I never get it.
I can't believe how good the latency. Like I can hear and respond and have a conversation well.
Well, I'm watching on Facebook right now, and it's probably a good 30 seconds plus behind us.
That's not surprising. We don't get that cool fast interaction, but so like jokingly, we always talk about how we're a Star Wars podcast. We have to talk about Star Wars. I was excited to do this week because of the Mandalorian trailer. So I was super excited.
I'm wearing my Boba Fett shirt, so I'm excited.
Oh yeah, you do.
Which shirt?
So Kara ruined it for me.
Yes, I love Boba Fett.
Did you see that Tamora Morrison is listed as Boba Fett in the Mandalorian IMDb page?
You know how excited I am for that? Oh my gosh. What? Sorry.
Kara's got a crush on Boba Fett, if you didn't know.
She's got a crush on half of Star Wars.
Don't tell Jeremy.
So funny. I have to accept it. It's Rex, Boba Fett, Kenobi.
Oh man, Kenobi.
He's so
well. I have to admit, I have a man crush on Kenobi too. I mean,
yes, Gabe, you know where it's at.
Ewan McGregor.
There's nothing like
awesome.
There's nothing like a Jedi with a British accent.
I know,
true.
Right? And that beard he's got, it's just.
Not a lot of people have it.
Calm down, Kara.
Wait, what'd you say?
Calm down.
Calm down, Kara.
Sorry.
Him and his friend just did a motorcycle documentary, and it's only on Apple Plus, I guess. But I really want to watch it.
He's done a few of them actually.
Really?
Yeah. So it was there. I think he's done 3, and I think it's called The Long Way Around, and it's a series of them. And then like he does motorcycle trips and like experiences like different places and stuff like that. And like, and his brother will join in occasionally on different like legs of it and stuff, and like all the stuff that I learned while I was doing Star Wars Every Day is for him and stuff.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Okay, so it's his brother, right?
Yeah,
He's
OB2.
in the Royal British Air Force or whatever.
Yes.
You've heard that the name of his plane is OB2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that so much.
So, but you haven't.
But the
watched
thing
one?
is that the bike is battery charged, so they have to complete the whole trip on a battery bike.
No way! I did not know that.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer on YouTube, the Apple TV series, and it's literally the bike is literally battery charged.
That is so cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Chris,
when are you gonna get a battery bike?
Oh, I have a motorcycle, but it is not battery powered. I think that'd be the coolest thing.
Jeremy's selling the motorcycle.
Well, it didn't sell, so I'm gonna keep it for another year.
That maybe it'll be out by the time motorcycle season
Then you just
happens
get
for
a
us.
sidecar.
Yeah, I love it. We'll get a
That's a good idea.
You're facing car seat. And
Well, the sidecar will be for all.
I mean,
the dog.
you can customize the sidecar and make it look like a TIE fighter.
Oh, that would be so
that'd
cool.
be sick.
that would be
That-
awesome.
Gabe, that's how we'll bust out on YouTube. Is I'll make a how-to video on how to turn your motorcycle into a TIE fighter.
That'd be amazing.
That'll be the thing that goes viral.
And then I'd have to, if I rode in the sidecar, I'd have to like have my TIE fighter helmet on and everything.
Have you seen any? Oh, do we have another person jumping in?
Yeah,
Oh, hi,
Todd's
Todd.
jumping back in.
Welcome back.
Todd.
Brickable's doing well. Our Lego YouTube channel is doing really well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun. Chris made the coolest little channel trailer on the face of the planet.
I tried.
I love that. But we have a really cool Lego set sitting out in the hallway. We're going to be
I
building.
kind of just want to show everybody.
We can spoil it.
Should we go get it?
We can talk about it.
Spoilers. I mean, you can literally just like show a little tiny part of it on the corner.
If I were to show this to Joshy, he would say that this is multiple fires. It's multiple lit.
Oh wow!
Wow,
This is Mos Eisley Cantina in Lego.
that is awesome.
Right?
3,187 pieces. It's going to take about like...
How
I
many
guess
minifigs?
Okay, look at all the minifigs. Look at this.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So you
Wow.
have a whole board basically. Wow.
It's got the Cantina band. It's got the bartender. It's got the I don't like you.
I don't like you either.
So
Have you guys
we're gonna
been
be
to
building that?
LA yet?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, have you guys been to Scum and Villainy in LA?
No,
No.
but I want to so bad. I keep hearing people talk about it. It seems amazing.
Oh,
Kevin
the
Smith
big Star
does one of
Wars
his
flag and stuff, right?
Yeah, it looks like the cantina.
That's dope.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Well, they had a vendor at the celebration in Chicago.
is that Scum and Villainy? Is that the name of that? No, Heroes and Villains.
I thought there was Scum and Villainy too.
I don't know. It's a bar.
Oh my goodness, I
Yeah.
need to go
I've been
there.
wanting to go. I want to go there. It looks amazing. I can't right now, but
Right. Well, Kevin Smith does one of his podcasts from there, and he does it live on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Whose podcast?
Kevin Smith. It's
Kevin
Fat
Smith.
Man Beyond.
Well, yeah, from Clerks.
The legend,
Yes.
my inspiration.
Yeah.
That is Chris's inspiration.
I love Kevin Smith.
Well, mine too. How I got the podcast.
That's awesome.
So Gabe's from Puerto Rico. Todd, you said you were from Washington, right?
Near Seattle.
And we're from Minnesota. And so it is
in
It was
case couldn't
cold
tell
up
by
here.
that. Oh,
the last 2 days.
Minnesota.
So right now it's all right, but it was like 35 degrees yesterday morning Fahrenheit. It was super
Yeah.
cold, ridiculous. It's frosting.
Oh
No wonder you
yeah.
guys are not using sandals.
Gabe,
So
I told Jeremy, I was like, if Walmart wasn't happening, we would come down to see you for Baby Moon. But
Yeah.
No, I do. I want to go on a vacation.
Yeah.
So bad.
That's our hidden phrase for talking about the pandemic, so that when we repost this to YouTube, it doesn't get flagged.
So Todd, I got a quick story for you. We had ran an ad on YouTube, right? It was on YouTube.
Yes.
And we were doing a Lego build of a TIE fighter ship.
It was Kylo Ren's TIE fighter.
Kylo Ren's TIE fighter. And I was going to break it or whatever. Anyways, I said simply, if I mess this up, I have to go out during COVID and buy another one. And because I said the word COVID, YouTube disapproved the video.
Yep.
And
it said that it was like misleading your dangerous content or something. And it's like just
information.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like,
so instead of saying COVID, you say Walmart. That's hilarious.
I think it was actually Chris's sister.
Yeah, my
who came
sister
up with
suggested that. Speaking
is she watching?
Oh my God.
I think I saw you watching earlier.
So yeah,
that's brilliant. I love it. I'm going to start using that myself.
We've started something, guys.
Yes, the movement has begun.
No, Gwen started something, I guess.
Yeah.
That actually happened to one of our live streams. One of the guys that was live streaming said the word COVID, and all of a sudden we went, we lost audio for no reason.
Oh.
And we got a notification saying that your live stream has been muted for using, it literally flagged
That's crazy.
So do you guys say Walmart now?
No, we try not to.
Yeah, that's probably the safer bet.
It's true.
it just ruins everything. All right. So Chris, what were you going to say?
I was going to say you should check your listener mail inbox.
Oh, man. Did somebody send us a mail?
Jeremy got listener mail? Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so it's a running joke. No one sends me a listener mail. Oh, Gwen sent me a listener mail.
All right, so let's do this right. Hold on a second here. So occasionally we like to do a segment where we have people write in and ask people questions. And if you want to write in and ask Jeremy a question, you can write listener mail at contact@riseofthepodcast.com. I even made a fancy graphic for it and everything. So Jeremy, go ahead and do your listener mail.
All right. So Gwen said Rebels and Starfleet, Empire and Starfleet. I'm not sure how into Star Trek any of you are, but I've been thinking about the Enterprise ran in and hopped into and got some weird circumstance in the same galaxy as Star Wars. Do you think that the Starfleet would see the Empire or the Rebels as the correct people and try to ally with? And then do you think you would get involved with Force users, such as taking them all out of the conflict to see what they're about, or giving everyone in the galaxy Force abilities, or removing all Force abilities? Well, I really want to take a crack at that first question. What do you think, Chris?
What do I think? No, you think you should answer first.
They're going to absolutely identify the Rebels as the correct.
I would think so, because the Empire is trying to dominate the entire galaxy.
If they could somehow download into reports and see that Alderaan was blown up, that would win them over right there.
Yeah, well, so I guess it depends on the context of the thing, because if you think about Starfleet themselves, Starfleet is part of the I don't know a ton about Star Trek, but I know that they're the exploration and peace arm of the federation of all the different people, right? So it's they're kind of in control of everything. So it's I think they would contact the Empire first, but then realize eventually that they are the wrong side of the coin. But I don't think it would be so open and dry at first, because you got to see who's actually running the show first, and then see how they're doing it.
That's true, because the Empire's propaganda is that they are bringing peace to the galaxy.
Yeah.
Even though they're 100% not.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, there would be peace, but if you don't want to follow us, we're going to blow up your planet.
Precisely.
Todd, got any feelings on that?
I think that, I think he's right. I think that initially they would kind of take it at face value and believe that the Empire is doing the best thing. And then they would quickly figure out that these guys are a bunch of
lunatics,
whack jobs. I'm trying to think of words that aren't profane. So
we appreciate that.
A bunch of whack jobs. I don't know how you guys are about that, so I'm trying to keep my speech patterns PG.
Yeah, that's about the one we try and get it to. I occasionally accidentally let fly. But
when Chris gets excited.
Yeah, I can't help it. Kevin Smith is an influence of mine.
Yeah. I specifically marked my podcast as explicit, that way I don't have to edit out all the F-bombs.
Yeah, there you go.
And then as long as your guys is cool with it, and then Gabe, I want to hear your opinion in a second or whatever. But if you guys want to shoot us some permission when we post these up, I will list you guys as guests on the podcast, and that way, if you search, it'll list you, Todd and Gabriel, as contributors to this episode. So that'll be pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So if you guys know, Amazon just started hosting podcasts as well, and they reached out to us, and they said, "Hey, if you want to be here, we'll take your submission." So we sent off a submission to them, and I hope you don't have an Alexa nearby, because if you simply say, "Alexa, play Rise of the Podcast," she'll play the most recent episode.
Well, it's funny because I had Jeremy on speakerphone when he told me about that, and I was walking right next to our
your home
Todd.
assistant.
Yep. And she suddenly started playing our podcast. I was like, that's so cool.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
It makes you feel a little bit legit.
Yeah.
Right, seriously.
It was pretty cool. So we'll list you guys on there.
Yeah, I actually
That's
I
great.
got
That's
one
awesome.
on Amazon as well, and like I forgot that I submitted it, and like all of a sudden I started getting all these influx of downloads, and like it like literally went from like one episode was like 15 downloads, and like in like 2 hours it went up to 65.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what's going on? Are people like sharing my stuff? What's going on? And then like a few days later, I realized it was Amazon has been like putting it up, and I was like, oh, that's where it came from. Okay, it's gonna probably calm down in the next week or so.
It's nice when the platform
Hopefully
does
not,
that, though,
though.
because then you get a little bit better search engine results. You get a little bit more exposure than when you do on the big platforms, being such a small entity.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get above the noise floor, as Chris would say.
A dang noise floor.
I got a text from my mom, and she said I set her Alexa off.
Yes.
It's so easy.
That's funny.
Do you
Yeah,
remember those videos that were going around where people would over Xbox Live say like Cortana shut off or whatever, and they would shut people's Xbox off?
I remember that.
Those were
Yeah.
awesome. Unless you
I will be like, Cortana, record.
yeah. Oh, I love that so
I wonder if
much.
anyone's watching on an Xbox right now.
Oh yeah, then maybe if there's a
Potentially.
first time for everything.
You know, you guys
I'm actually using my
change
iPhone.
your command word on your dot, right? I have mine set to the type of dot it is.
Okay,
Got it.
I got you.
The word that reverberates. I don't want to say it because I don't want my Fire TV to say what. But yeah, no, I had to change it because of all the advertisements on Hulu were like Alexa, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden my Echo would. I wasn't talking to you. Shush. But yeah, it would do that. It would go bing, and then start going. I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, because I wasn't talking to you.
That's so awesome. And then, no, Gabe, I was going to give you another hard time, too, because you normally play, right? You game and while you listen to us. So now we have your full attention.
Well, I'm actually using Call of Duty.
Oh,
yes.
nice. That's the way to do it.
Yes. No, I saw you on playing the other day, but I'm into this really silly truck simulator game that no one else loves but me.
I call it Redneck Runner.
But Snow Runner. Yeah, you saw.
I saw,
Just the nerdiest
I'm still waiting for that
most redneck
Battlefront
game in the
2.
world.
Oh, Jeremy, you're getting called out.
Hey, I will gladly. They came out with their last update, right? That's it. Yeah, recently. So I've got to get on there for old time's sake. But I'm really excited for Squadrons. A lot of people are like, it's very flying game. So if you don't like flying games, you probably won't like it. But there's like a lot of good story.
I was gonna say, Gabe, you'll probably appreciate this. We're probably not going to get a PS5 because Horizon Forbidden West is coming out on PlayStation 4 as well.
Ooh.
I get 100% of my gaming news from the Latin operation page.
Say the name right,
The
Jeremy.
Latin
Operation.
The Latin.
It's so
Operation
easy,
Fortress.
Jeremy. Even a caveman could do it.
But no, like I follow all the
Chris.
I follow all the PS5 stuff. I learned about the Xbox leasing plan through your guys' page.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So
You guys posted
I mean, Yoshi literally spends hours on Twitter just literally searching for stuff.
I find it
That's
so
dedication.
fast. I do because of your page. Like it was like boom.
That's where we should really go for Star Wars news and stuff.
Wait,
Twitter
just go-
has everything, literally.
That's true.
No, we'll just go to his page.
Yeah, no, yeah. we're just gonna piggyback all of the Rise of the Podcast info off of you guys. Why should we do all the hard?
I don't mind.
Yeah,
You can
that's
share
right.
it.
Totally
I mean,
true.
It's good for us.
So all right, so I suppose we'll go back to Star Wars. I just want to finish. I'm so excited about The Mandalorian. I'm really glad that you guys hopped in.
It's hilarious to me that we've just talked about this 2-minute trailer for like 35 minutes with some of the interstitial directions in between.
Well, it's just the last part of the story was the fact that I just was on Reddit and I saw that there was a video unlisted or private, and it shows that it's private. So everybody knew the trailer was coming. So Reddit was lighting up. And then I jumped over to Facebook, and then Star Wars had came up, the actual Star Wars page, and it was like trailer posted 2 minutes ago. So it felt so fresh. And that I don't want new Star Wars notifications and content to end. Like when you know stuff's coming, it keeps the universe alive and going and fresh. And
That's true. There's like a sort of a dark age, like when we were growing up, where it's like, there's nothing new Star Wars happening. You know, and then finally, at least that we would be cognizant of. This is like proto-internet era too,
right?
So then once the prequels came, I was like, oh, that was pretty awesome. And then like they had the Clone Wars TV show, but not really anything really big to really lash onto people's attention, make them anticipate something outside of just more Clone Wars. I was late to the ship. I watched only this year, but But yeah, with new films coming out and new series and Disney Plus and everything, it's like you can see like forecasting out, like 3-4 years, there's going to be something to look forward to that's going to be kind of a big deal, and that's awesome.
So, and you have Disney Plus, Gabe? All right,
yes,
awesome.
I do.
Todd, you got Disney Plus?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Say, what
That's a
Star
big
Wars
smile.
fan
I'm like-
doesn't have Disney Plus?
Hold on. Did you pay the
I purposely put the bug in my sister's ear, saying, "Hey, there's this new thing coming out called Disney Plus. It's gonna have every Disney movie ever and Star Wars, but it's gonna have every."
That's awesome.
So
I literally did the same thing.
she bought it for a whole year, and I was like, I basically sold it as a tool to entertain the grandkids, but I really wanted to watch Star Wars.
Nice. That is awesome.
We had just did a good bad review series on YouTube a little bit before the Disney Plus actually launched, and we needed access to the copies, and I had borrowed my DVDs out. I have them all on Blu-ray, or at least the DVD. And so we needed to rip a couple scenes from the movies to complement our reviews. So I just bought them all digitally like 3 months before Disney Plus launched.
Yeah, you dropped a healthy chunk of change.
Yeah, it was $100.
Oh, I thought it was more than that. I thought it was.
I bought
Did you get
Blu-ray.
the new Skywalker Saga set? Got it.
No, I thought it
That's how they
before that.
get you. They put out a set like a minute before they put out another set.
Literally,
I
went to Walmart and I saw one box set of the complete saga, 1 through 6, and I said, like, damn, there's only one left. I'll take it.
Nice.
I have all the movies on my computer. I purchased them years ago, and then when I got a computer that had a DVD drive, I was able to rip them to digital.
Oh, yeah.
So now and since then I've lost all my actual physical copies because of moving and stuff, and so I have the original theatrical versions of the first 3 movies, and those are the only versions that I'll watch.
Right, absolutely.
As far as the first 3 movies.
Yeah, fair.
And I recently looked to see if people are selling those copies, those versions of the DVDs, because they're on Amazon and on eBay, and these people know that they're really popular and people want them, so they're selling them for well over the retail price. Like I saw just one. It was the Star Wars, and it basically comes with the original theatrical release and the special editions. So it came with Star Wars and A New Hope, and they wanted like $85 for it.
Jeez.
That's crazy. All I can think of right now is like if Justin was on, he would be in Cloud9 because he loves talking about owning physical media.
And yeah, he has every like version of everything ever released for Star Wars. He has the laser disc.
I know he does.
That's the craziest thing to me.
It's so cool.
Also, did you guys hear? Did you hear that they're doing another holiday special
No.
on Disney
Yeah.
Plus?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
wait,
talked
yeah.
about-
The holiday special.
Yeah, the Lego one. Yeah.
Lego one, yeah. Yeah.
Is it the one you're talking about, Todd, the Lego one?
I'm
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking real live action.
You got suckered.
I got sucked into it. You clickbaited me.
no, it's not Lego one. And it's gonna be funny. It's gonna probably like make reference to the original one in the most like haha, that was stupid kind of way. But like, have you seen? There's a Riff Track did their version of the Star Wars holiday special where they riffed over the top of the entire thing, and like in the first 15 minutes where it's all in Wookiee.
Oh, really?
They're like,
Yeah.
you know?
Those are awesome. I love how the Lego Star Skywalker Saga video game trailer. There are jokes in that one too. The Palpatine with the lightning, and then he like chucks the lightning studs,
Yeah.
and then
actually does the light.
and then actually shocks Luke. Their jokes are awesome. Absolutely cool. So GetVokl has been amazing in being able to bring people together like this. Todd, really quick, you mentioned a podcast earlier. Just go ahead and do a plug for yourself.
My podcast is the 206 Geek, and I do a live one here on GetVokl on Fridays. That would be 7 p.m. Pacific time, and that's 10 p.m. Eastern, I think. And I do a podcast with my cousin called It's Not About You. That was me earlier. I popped in on that account first.
Fun.
Oh, okay.
And that's a couple comedians that just talk about world events and stuff. So that's a good one. That's also recorded here on GetVokl on weekends. On Sunday is usually when they record.
Awesome.
Nice. That's awesome.
Well, absolutely. So when we post this, we'll find those and we'll put a link in the description for all of those. And then now, Gabe, you are just awesome. So between you and Brad are like fighting for number one fan right now. Brad will consume things in bulk and comment. His comments just make my day. But Gabe, you have been so consistent. It's always look forward to having you hop in every week. But take a minute, just
Plug some stuff.
So you could just talk about your page or your friends or gaming.
Well, if you guys want to follow my page, especially the Utah, you can look for me on Facebook at the Latin Operation Forces. You can get all your daily news on video games, TV series, and everything else related to electronics.
That's awesome. Are you
even PC stuff? And maybe a little bit of Fortnite.
Nice.
Just a little.
I just built my computer in May-ish time frame, and I got an RTX 2070. And then, of course, they had come out with the RTX.
The 30 series.
Yep. Are you excited? Are you like out of your budget for a foreseeable future?
I was actually planning on building a PC at the end of the year to start 2021 if we get to 2021. Streaming on
awesome.
my Facebook page.
Would you stream your gaming? Oh, that's so cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, is that going to be on the Latin operations pages or your own page?
Yes. No, it's going to be on the Latin operations.
Yes.
page
I will
and
for
on
sure
Twitch.
hop over on Twitch for sure. I follow you on Facebook, but I'll hop on Twitch for sure. That's so cool. Maybe I can jump in on one of your streams or like play with you in one of your games.
Yeah, don't flatter yourself.
By all means.
Oh my goodness.
I get my butt kicked, but
No,
all right.
if
Let's
anybody
see
got
here.
their butt kicked, it'd be me. Like, PvP, I don't play with Jeremy because they always put you with people of the higher, like, KD.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So if Kara and I join a lobby together or a game together, the matchmaking is based off our or my rank, and so then she feels.
But when I play against people of my abilities, I beat them.
Yeah.
Well, you can't play Call of Duty with me because I am
Oh
not
my goodness.
in my rank.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you play Battlefront with me though, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sure,
Of course.
sure.
I mean, I have my heavy. I mean, my heavy trooper is at 150.
Dang.
Okay, here's what we need to do. We need to get on Battlefield.
Right
1.
around there.
Is that the World War One one?
That was the World War One. Yep.
We all need to take over a tank. I'll be support. You guys blast people out with the tank. I'll sit there and I'll fix your tank. We'll be number 1 every single time.
Nice.
One of my best gaming memories I have.
Or you can literally follow us around and we just go through, smashing through buildings.
Kara provides cover with the tank, covering fire. But we had a really good. It's really hard to pin her brother down. We tried to get him on the show like 10 times, and he's super cool. I know everyone who watches
You
would absolutely
appreciate
love him.
gaming with him. He's really good too.
And we pinned him down on a. He plays PlayStation, and we pinned him down on a match, and we were playing Battlefield 1 together, and we got a tank.
It was
And
you, me, Kyle, AJ.
Yep, and we all ran a tank, and the entire game we had like 105 kills and 3 deaths or something crazy. We dominated that match because they couldn't kill us. We got in tank to tank fights. Kara would climb underneath the tank and use the wrench and just constantly fix it while we were just shooting, and then the other tank would shoot us, and they didn't have support, so we would just keep beating them, and then everyone aggroed on us. So we didn't have to go anywhere, and Kara just underneath the tank, just working away.
That's the thing. You got to crouch down. You got to crawl underneath a little bit because then they can't hit you. You know?
Yeah, because you're underneath the tank.
Yeah, because the tank
It
is
was the
covering
best.
you.
It was
So
so much fun. I like running support and I like running medic. And then who's the one that
Speaking of
launches
which-
the
mortars.
mortars.
So, yeah, the engineer or whatever, right?
Yeah.
people get so mad when they die by mortar.
I'm
it's
not a
so
Battlefield
funny.
player, but yeah.
Well, no one likes losing indirectly. It's like the grenade launcher in Call of Duty.
I'll
The noob
just sit
tube.
back behind something and just be launching mortars, just like death.
And that's a trend right now in Call of Duty. I mean, you can go walking in and somebody literally throws you a C4 and just blows you out. Like they
That's
literally just
would
throw
be
you a
Kara's
C4.
strategy.
That's
It
it.
would be.
Except she'd probably hit me with the C4, and then depending on what game mode we're playing.
Right?
Oh man, that's so awesome.
Yeah, I got called out a few days ago.
Really?
They told me that I was cheating. They told me they thought I had an aimbot. If you saw, I posted a video on the page that I got the play of the game video, and in that video I got called down. And literally somebody wrote to me on the game
Oh my
chat and told me I
gosh.
was cheating. I was
Nope,
using
you got to
aimbot.
write him back. Tell him
Wasn't
to
there a
get
big
good.
gamer that just got taken down for using an aimbot? His whole entire
Yeah.
Twitch got taken down.
Yeah, there's a few of them. If you go on YouTube and there's literally a lot of people that have even been charged $30,000.
Wow.
I thought you told me about it.
I
though.
did. There's what I don't know his name, but there was a guy, and in the background, he brought up his event viewer, his task manager, and you can see the name of the aimbot running in the task manager or whatever. And somebody, what's the mirror back thing on Twitch?
Oh, clipped it?
They clipped it and gave it to Twitch. And Twitch, it's in their terms of service. You cannot use game manipulation or software to manipulate the game and help you win. It's not
And
real.
he was a fairly big guy too, like a big Twitch account. It wasn't
Right.
it wasn't like me going on to Twitch and gaming, you know.
Man, and you literally just know when somebody's using an aimbot because literally, if you're playing at least on COD,
Right.
you can know because they only give you headshots. It's only headshots. And when you see the kill cam, you literally see the changing, like,
Oh yeah.
like from
Dang.
one player
Yeah,
to
it's
another.
frustrating. Oh, my head
Nobody
just
would
imagines
ever
making it.
blame me for using an aimbot.
I was like, I don't know why, but like, cause like, I don't know if games still do this. The last time I played was like Black Ops 2. But it'll give you like a heat map of where you shoot like the most, and I don't know why. I never push up to aim towards the head. I always end up doing like it's like the heat map is like the torso and then like the groin.
That's probably me too. I try to go for the head and it just never happens. It's just kind of like especially if they start shooting at me, then I'm like, oh my gosh, they're shooting me. You know, like.
Well, then you get like the people that are jumping all the time, like they're playing Halo or something.
Well,
so it's like
Destiny,
you're getting,
that's what Destiny is.
That's how. If you play on car, you can find bunny humpers. You can find trolls that literally just crawl to the ground when you shoot at them. Literally, they crawl down, they shoot you in the head, and they jump and they leave.
That's why I quit.
It's
Like
some
I
weird
could
animations.
never get into Fortnite because I launched in. I play. I start shooting at somebody. Like I should have got a kill, and then all of a sudden they're building, and I'm shooting at a wall. It's like I can't do that, and then I get shot at. I can't like pull out and build fast enough. So
also
If you break the wall,
so
they just build
frustrating.
it. You keep breaking and they keep building. Breaking and
so
building.
my roommate played tons and tons of Fortnite, and he had his like all his macros set for doing like building. So like he literally only had to push like 3 or 4 different keys.
oh yeah,
So it's like one of those things where like once you're optimized for doing it, it becomes a lot easier, and you have a huge advantage over people playing with like a controller on their phone or anything.
right.
So when you get that cross-platform element, like definite huge advantage to the PC players.
Man.
I've been tempted to switch to PC just because
Yeah,
I feel it
you can
would be
tell.
easier to take my mouse and be like, "Pfft," right there. Just like it.
They are.
Well,
and they're
games are cheaper on PC.
better looking. When
Like,
Minecraft
way
Dungeons
lot
came
cheaper.
out, I played it on the Xbox and I played it on the computer, and it looks so much better at the same resolution and same everything. It's just
Yeah, that's right.
so
You
much
did
better
play
on the
Dungeons
computer.
on the PC, didn't you?
Yeah.
But then, I mean, in Minecraft, with the computer,
Oh, the ray tracing. Oh yeah,
That looks pretty sick.
it's amazing.
the shadows are unreal. Chris came over and I was like,
He literally had me come over just to look at the ray trace Minecraft renders.
and that was before we did the couple episodes on the podcast where we were in Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, no, it was sort of concurrent with that because we started doing the Minecraft episodes in April, and you built that computer in May, I think.
Yeah.
So
Well, there you go. You can make another podcast video with me, and we're both.
No, now I want to build Kara computer. The computers are just so cool. Like, I see so many people's like RGB builds and everything, and when I was putting stuff in the cart, it was like, ooh, I can get normal RAM or light up RAM, and it's like, oh, I can get a light up cooler, and a light up keyboard, and
I was
just
going to
have
say, you realize if you make me a computer, mine has to be just as colorful and fun as yours.
absolutely.
And my screen has to be a touch screen.
Why a touchscreen?
Because then I can draw on it.
Oh, you want it for different? Yeah.
Why?
Like I'd game on it, but then I'd also want to use it for art.
I think you're the only person in the history of the world that has a computer for gaming and art.
Gwen plays Sea of Thieves and does art.
Oh, there you go. I take it back.
She's telling me a story about how she got like murdered by like 12 Reaper ships on one map.
Oh my god.
It's a lot of fun, but you need people to play with. Otherwise, it's not as fun.
Yeah, so she was supposed to be playing with her husband, and he decided he was going to go and play with all these other friends that he made playing Sea of Thieves. So Gwen got stuck on a server by herself.
Okay, here's the thing. When Jeremy games, I force myself into his groups. Like
She does. That's how she got her gamer tag.
it is. So Jeremy, before I got my own Xbox and stuff, PlayStation actually first. Jeremy was playing Destiny 1 with his buddies, and so every once in a while he'd be like, "Oh, you should try it." So I'd pop on the headset and I'd be gaming with his buddies, and they'd be like, "Lady Burrito." So that's how I got my gamer tag.
Yep. So you can find Kara on PS5 or Xbox, Lady Burrito _88.
I
we're friends.
think I
think we
found
are.
you, and I sent you a friend request. I don't know if you accepted.
Yep.
It, though. Yes, I do.
Wait,
I mean,
Where I
I sent you
accepted
a
it.
friend request. I don't know if you accepted it. I don't really pay
Okay,
attention
so
to the people who's
here's
online.
the
I
thing.
just pop in the game.
we
and go.
have an Xbox and a TV up in our bedroom. And then we've got the main one down in the living room, which is like the 4K, whatever. So more often than not, Jeremy will game downstairs where I normally game.
Yep.
And so I don't game because he's on my Xbox.
I like
Jeremy.
the 4K TV.
For shame. Just buy a 4K TV from upstairs then.
I'm spending it on Lego sets.
Upstairs is bigger than the TV upstairs.
And now I've got to move because all of this stuff.
It's basically like me. I
Nice.
have
That's
a setup
awesome.
like that.
What-
I have
what-
one
what-
in the
He said he
living
has the
room and
same
one in my
type of setup, one in the living room, one in his bedroom.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Yep. I got to move the one out of our bedroom into the basement. Our
Yeah.
old 18, our basement, our house was built in like 1890.
1880.
1880.
1880. It's a really old house.
Here's the
very
thing,
small.
though. We don't have a nasty, creepy basement like 90% of the basements in Duluth.
Yeah. We have a nice, strong wall.
How many murders have happened in there?
Let's not talk.
Kara's been watching a murder mystery show or lady on YouTube.
Bailey
and
Sarian, Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Mondays.
I
Love
come
her.
home and all the windows are locked now. All the doors are locked and everything. And I was like, Kara.
It's true crime. Like, there's legit people out there.
It's-
She talked about Ted Bundy. That guy was nuts.
And they only
Al
got him because he.
Bundy's
You know that?
And that's how they
Actually,
tied
I
the
really like the
murders to
documentary
him
on
because of
Netflix
his,
about that.
like, everybody's bite is like a fingerprint. Nobody's bite is exactly the same.
That's been largely debunked, actually.
Really?
Yep. There's a show called Forensic Files that actually looked at that and the evolution of forensic science.
Oh, well,
And like, it's not so much that they're all just like people's bites are unique, but the way that they get it's the difference between a soft 3D surface and a 2D plane. That the way that the people are lining it up, there's so much error. The margin of error is like 40%.
Got it.
So it's very unreliable as a source of
Gotcha.
physical evidence.
well, that's how they tied Ted Bundy to all these
But,
murders.
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of other corroborating evidence as well. So
Well, are
But,
they
yeah.
finding out that polygraphs can be?
Everything.
those are 0% accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are witchcraft. Like they're in no states are they admissible as actual evidence, but police
Yeah.
use them to trick people because they're allowed to. So
Yeah. And then get the testimony.
yeah, exactly.
The testimony. That's the thing.
So yeah, no, that's
I mean, I could see how they would trick you. I mean, they start putting cables on you, and you get nervous, and your heartbeat goes up, and they ask you something, and you,
Mhm.
you,
Yeah,
you get confused.
and
your
if they think that you're lying,
heartbeat
they'll be
goes
like,
up
oh
more,
yeah,
and
that indicated
you're
deception.
screwed.
Here's, I feel like if I was in for questioning, I'd be stressed anyways, even if I didn't do anything.
Well, so the way that you're supposed to beat the test is act like you're lying all the time, right? If someone asks what your name is or whatever, it's like you just go through the process of like, oh, I can't let them know that my name is actually whatever, and then you say like whatever. It's like you can build up your level so that everything reads the same. So if your baseline reads as lying, your lying will read as your baseline essentially. So,
Interesting.
Chris, why do you know so much about this?
I know,
because
right? I was like,
I am probably more crime things than anybody you know.
I know.
What we really
right?
don't know is Chris has to take a lie detector test every day at work to be an honest advertiser.
Exactly. No, it's I've watched thousands of hours of true crime documentaries.
So, well, it's affecting Kara. She's all nervous now.
okay,
So.
I have a friend who's obsessed with serial killers. And whenever she watches a new serial killer documentary or reads a book about a serial killer, her boyfriend's a cop and he works overnights every once in a while. When he works overnights, she said that she cannot sleep. Like lights are on, wrapped up tight in her blankets. Like
I could see that.
Gabe, have you played any of the Resident Evil games?
he's hilarious.
I'm not a zombie gamer.
Loved
That's
like
very
the
nice.
older ones, but
I didn't
7
even know.
is
I don't
different, and it creeps me out so much I can't even play it.
Here's the thing: we read ahead and figured out like, why things are happening in it.
I think the only Resident Evil game
Yes.
I played was Operation Raccoon
Yeah.
City.
I don't know, like so
that's, like, the
Resident
only
Evil
one I
7, Jeremy's freaked out by it. It does have a creep factor to it, but we read a spoiler to figure out why things are the way they are and why things are happening. And once I found out why, I was like, it's a little creepy still. But now that like I understand what's happening, it's not so bad.
It's because she's watching me play and not actually playing it herself.
It's not all the danger isn't in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing though. Jeremy will read walkthroughs. So he knows what's coming up and how to deal with it. So he knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, but it's still there's a difference between step, like, left, right, left. I'm walking down the hallway. I don't know if it's going to hit me on the left or hit me on the right. The suspense is still there. It's actually probably worse.
It's really funny. Jeremy was walking down a hall and he was being chased by somebody. And he was just sitting there all like super intent with what's happening. And I just kind of went up to his side and I just went, Jeremy.
Yeah, that was a jump. And then
It was so funny.
I read a walkthrough and I didn't read far enough ahead. So it was like, go to this room, do a thing, and then go to this other room and do a thing, right? So I looked in the one room and I looked in the other room. And at the end of the hallway was a bathroom. And so I went and checked out the bathroom. And when you check out the bathroom, it triggers the next cutscene. So I go in there, I turn around, and this psycho was waiting for me in the doorway and scared the poop out of me. And even reading the
A
walkthroughs.
psycho that you killed already.
He came back. Oh, man. He's got regenerative properties.
Like, seriously, half his face was blown off. Like, just like Gus Fring in Breaking Bad. Just chunk of his face. Just whatever. Anyway, he comes back and like you can see everything just start to like grow back.
Absolutely crazy.
Yep.
All right. So before we wrap up, finally, we talked about the Mandalorian trailer.
We did start talking Star Wars.
Oh, we got Star Wars leaks to do still.
Yeah.
I thought there was something else big that happened this week.
We got Mos
we
Eisley.
lit a little bit off
We got
topic, but that's okay.
Emperor's Throne Room.
Yep.
Yoda's lightsaber.
We're going to be able to build Yoda's lightsaber out of Legos, Gabe. They sent it along with the Mos Eisley Cantina. There's like a surprise set.
That's
Pretty
cool.
dope.
All right,
then
Chris, read
Lego.
us Star Wars leaks.
Yep, so we are a Star Wars podcast. Occasionally we have to talk about Star Wars. We did today, but usually we have to rely on r/Star Wars leaks for all of our supposed news and leaks and trivia and whatnot. So here are the top 5 r/Star Wars leaks posts of last week. So number 1, pinned is Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. That's what we talked about most of today.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Liam Neeson explains why he is proud of the Phantom Menace. He says, I quote, I got to be a Jedi. I got to use those wonderful lightsabers and stuff. It was terrific.
I think I saw a full-blown article about like a little bit expanded on that, and somebody just wanted to try to get him to admit that it might have not been the best choice for his career, and that was his response.
Yeah, no, but I loved Liam Neeson in
They had to make the
episode 1.
doors taller for him.
Yeah, he's 6'4", something like that.
Crazy.
I have a very particular set of skills. That's my Liam Neeson. Oh, thank you. Tamura Morrison
That's actually
CV
pretty close.
talent agency website updated with Boba Fett. Okay, so that's what it's not on the IMDb. It's his.
It is on IMDb.
Oh, it is now.
It
Okay.
is. Yep.
But yeah, his talent agency website updated with Boba Fett. Man, that guy is freaking handsome.
Tamura.
Yeah.
He's not bad in the eyeballs. Don't judge me, Gabe.
To add another person to carry.
The cover of
I'm
Darth
not
Vader.
saying anything.
Yeah.
What?
He said no comment. The cover of Darth Vader number 8 shows Vader and the Eye of Webbish Bog on Mustafar. This is the arc that connects to episode 9.
Okay.
Cool.
And then one more. This is from a comic as well. Grand Inquisitor has returned in some fashion as revealed in Star Wars number 6. Vader and the Emperor are using him to go after Luke. So Grand Inquisitor is back in the.
And if you've
Main
watched
room.
Rebels, you know where that comes
You can
from.
hang up on my dad. I can't hear Gabe anymore because my dad.
Now we're back.
Oh, there we're back. Okay.
I got a phone call. He trumped my earbud for a second.
Oh, okay. Who's calling you?
My
Kara's
dad.
dad.
For shame, Tim. You should be watching. Disappoint. Anyway, so that was us going through r/Star Wars leaks, the top 5 leaks / supposed rumors / possible things tying Star Wars to itself of the last week.
That's awesome.
So, yep. I'm gonna call her a little bit shorter one. It's been a bit of a week. So,
Yep, we're gonna probably call it a little bit shorter one. Gabe, I am gonna reach out to you on. I just probably send you an email. I have your email, and I would love to just make sure you come back. So you should come on again. This is so awesome.
Anytime.
All right, I'll do
You
that.
can just send a message
Awesome.
to the Facebook page, and I'll probably
All
reply.
right. Well, I suppose the time has come to
The
roll the
walrus said.
outro graphics. Like this video if you made it this far into the video. It shows you want to see more content like this. We really do appreciate it. Comment down below with how you feel the Starfleet would interact with the Star Wars galaxy. Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video. You don't want to miss it or go live. Thank you guys so much for watching, of course.
May the force be with you.